Good morning, guys. Starting work. Well, let's be honest. I've been working since like 5 this morning, and it is 8 o'clock. So I wanted to talk to you guys about hormones and sleep. We have so many people that call, and the first thing they think that's causing their fat, causing issues with not being able to recover, causing issues with basically everything in their body. The new tagline, the new thing that causes all the problems is hormones. Um, so, it goes in phases, which is super annoying. Um, and everybody has like this thought process that there's one thing that causes all the problems in their body, and it goes in phases. So like the nutrition world, the fitness world usually jumps on one thing and stays on it for a while so that people will start researching it and think that that is their excuse for why their body composition looks like it does or why they can't reach their goals. The problem with this is that they are lying to you. Um, and they're just trying to get like it's almost like a scare tactic so that you will buy what they're selling because they say they can solve that problem that is basically not usually the actual problem. So, for instance, if your hormones are your problem and that's what you think, the first step would be to go get those checked. However, most people that I talk to haven't gotten their hormones checked, but yet they use that as the excuse that that is causing the issue. And I'm not saying some people that isn't the issue. The problem is that we're all using that and saying that's the issue when really it might not be. So I want to encourage you guys. If you think hormones are the issue, maybe you're going into perimenopause, maybe you're in menopause, maybe you're a guy and you're super, super tired and you just feel sluggish and you have belly fat. I have tons of clients I've worked with that hormones were the issue. But what they did is they went to the doctor, they got their hormone profile tested. Maybe it's thyroid, maybe it's all kinds of different things. Go to your endocrinologist, go to your regular primary care, get some blood work, then possibly go to your endocrinologist and actually get data on yourself and then do it on a regular basis. Look up the hormones and look up where it's supposed to be. Make sure you know that you need to test multiple different types. Sometimes they won't test everything you need to test. Become educated about how to take care of your own body. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing all of this. Um, is so that we can become more educated and become more aware of what we're doing with our own body instead of allowing the fitness industry and the nutrition coaches and dietitians of the world and even the doctors to give us those crutches that say that we can't have the body and health that we want, that we can't have longevity and a long health span. So I want to encourage you guys, go get your hormones tested if you think that's it. Then that way you can debunk that and know that it's not the problem or it is the problem. Then you can solve it from a hormonal perspective. Go online, look and see what changes, what actions, what habits can I do or am I doing to create a hormone problem and what actions can I do to create a better hormone profile. So it's not just let me take hormone replacement therapy or it's not just I have a thyroid issue and therefore I have to be on thyroid meds. Not saying you shouldn't be. There's nothing wrong with being on medication for whatever the issue is. The issue I have is that everybody does just the medication and they use the hormones or whatever it is as the excuse. Let's take control and power and responsibility for our own bodies. Get your own blood work, do it on a regular basis. Look at your own numbers. Do not let a doctor tell you that you're within range and that that is good or you're out of range and that is not good. Because especially even with like diabetes, they'll tell you you're pre-diabetic or you're almost there, but we don't need to do anything until you're there. Well, why wait until you're there? Do something if you see signs now. So, with sleep, it's the easiest thing we can do. It is the easiest habit to work on in order to change our hormone profile. So, just a couple different things: growth hormone, cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Growth hormone is going to rebuild all the things in your body, not only your muscle, testosterone. So, just one study, guys. I mean, I'm going to talk about hormones for a couple days. Um, there's a research and training center at U Chicago. They did a study where they basically figured out that sleep helps the rebuilding of muscle, which Most of us think that sleep is recovery, but we don't think about the fact that muscle is actually our metabolism. It controls like how much we can burn sitting still, and we're all sitting all day long doing our sitting jobs. I'm doing the same. So I get my workout in the morning and I walk the dog 3 or 4 times a day to make sure I'm getting my movement in, and my watch buzzes, and then I have this stand up desk, but we're still sitting most of the day. Decreased sleep can actually lower your testosterone levels. Now, that's important for women and it is important for men because if your testosterone levels are higher, you can build muscle easier. And as we get older, those perimenopause, menopause women, we need to have our testosterone at a good rate so that we can rebuild our muscle because we're breaking down faster. Men, same exact thing. Also, men that struggle with that testosterone thing, they're more depressed, they struggle with energy, they just don't feel like themselves, and we don't want our men to feel that way. So, day to day testosterone levels were decreased by 10 to 15% in men who went 1 week of sleep restrictions to 5 hours per night. I want you to take inventory. This is the best way to figure out what you're doing. You can wear a watch, but sleep and figure out how long you're sleeping on a regular basis. Maybe write it down, maybe keep it in an app, get yourself a watch. The app will keep all the data for you. Figure out what you're doing. If you sleep less than 5 hours or about 5 hours a night, basically your testosterone is going to be decreased by 10 to 15%. That is what this study said. Testosterone, just so you guys know, is an anabolic hormone, which means it plays a role in building muscle and losing fat. So this will be a problem for most goals, whether you want to be a woman tight and toned or you want to be a man building that muscle and getting nice big muscle bellies. Muscle makes a difference, and also it makes a difference for fat loss. Make sure you're getting your sleep and you're working on that this month.